Hi, good morning everybody. This is Brittany here at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. Please take a second and share this live feed. Tag your friends and family. Let everybody know that we are live. And we're gonna make up for Thursday where we got pretty rained out in the morning. I was gonna feature Mr. Dez, but today we will do a twofer. Two boys that have turned 18 years old this month. First one's gonna be Dez. Alright, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me. For me, it was a blessing that I got rained out on Thursday because Wednesday night I tripped and fell over something in my house and have potentially broken a toe. All my eggs are still in the basket, but it is just sprained and badly bruised. But right now is the first time I've put on a shoe since it happened. So bear with me, it is unpleasant. And I'm really distraught because I'm only about 40 days away from the race weekend that I've been training for. So not great. Positive vibes, but who am I to complain when we've got an 18-year-old three-legged serval who's eating grass. Hi, Desi. Hi, Des. Good morning. Good morning and happy belated. I know, I'm sorry we're late. I'm sorry we're late, bub. This past Thursday we celebrated Des. Hypothetically, officially turning 18. We really don't know for sure Dez's true story because he was found abandoned, already only having 3 legs, on the side of the road in Arizona. Let's see if he wants to get cozy. I don't want to chase him around. Hi, good boy. Hi, I want to feature you for your birthday. That's a good boy. I know. Now, Dez has been here. He's like, I'm going to pee all over this spot right here. Thanks. I'm glad it was there and not right here. Hi. Oh, goodness sakes. Hi, birthday boy. What are you talking about? Is this where you want to lay? I can let you lay there. Oh, he's following Miss Alethea, who was lurking behind me. So Dez has been here for well over a decade. When he first arrived, he was in pretty good shape, all things considered. 3 legs, I mean, look how fast he can be. But he had a good bill of health when he arrived, so it was quite a few years before he was needing sedation here for x-rays to check in on his arthritis. And you can go in there. Let me see how he puts his little leg out. What's Alethea doing? You're talking to that girl. I know, bub. You got a lot to say today, birthday boy. You can see he stretches that one back leg out really, really intensely. I bet that feels good. I bet that feels nice. So our best guess as to why Dez was abandoned and found near death on the side of the road in Arizona is he was potentially either somebody's pet where they realized, holy cow, this is an African serval, it is not a pet, it should not be in my house, destroying everything, or he was being used as a breeding animal to create more servals as pets or hybrids as pets. So he had to have been like neutered, castrated, because there was no visible sign that he was a boy. I know, handsome. So it wasn't until we sedated him here that we discovered that Desiree which is what we were calling him for. You're very aggressive today. So Desiree became Des or Desi. And him is so verbal. Are you guys still waiting on breakfast? Is that what it is? So because Des was found on the side of the road in Arizona in the United States, not in Africa where he actually belongs, means he was born and raised by humans. He only has 3 legs. He has severe arthritis. There was no way he could be released back into the wild. He is not native to Arizona. I've got a lot to say today, my sir. Very busy. You can see he is fast. Fast on 3 legs. Very sweet boy. So he's officially, we're considering him to be 18 now. Where'd Lily go? She got him all riled up and then disappeared. So luckily Des is not declawed, but again, only having 3 legs. We have to really be careful with his remaining back leg. That's going to be a lot of weight to carry around, so we're very cautious with his weight. We're very, very, very happy and lucky to say that Emma has had a breakthrough with Des. So when I gave her the grooming class, I was like, are there any cats that like kind of show you attention where like nobody else gets that kind of attention? And she's like, Des. And I was like, perfect, because see all those mats on Des? Go for it. And she has gotten quite a few off. You guys know at one point in the past we pretty much had to shave him from like the middle of his body down, and it kind of looked like he was not wearing pants anymore. And Emma's like, I don't ever want to see him shaved down to his pants. So she has made sure to keep working at it with him. So good boy, Desi. I know, he's very like, I want to go do something, but I don't know what. Oh, he might be wanting to poop. We'll give you that privacy, bub. You're doing great. So that is the power of grooming. That means in his old 18-year-old body, we should never have to just sedate him for the sake of grooming. So that makes me happy. I don't think there's a Max out there. I know, unfortunately, some of the cameras still are not working. There is a Max Tiger way out there. He's coming up for breakfast, but otherwise being very elusive. There's a Max Tiger. They were all closed in their roof sections on Thursday because of all the wind, which he looked very bummed out about. But then he got to go out and have a great weekend. So Max Tiger's out there. Now the switch that you did not see from me, but I think we did post it on the main Facebook page over the weekend, is and again, with my broken situation, I've not been moving around too much, so I did not come out and film because I wasn't sure how easy that was going to go. But Frankie Bobcat walked himself home from his month-long funcation, and they took Miss Nala. So Nala is normally in this home enclosure. She is now out in funcation. So if you've got that camera pulled up, I know sometimes it goes in and out of highlights, but you might see Nala. She's fairly brave while she's out there. So in an effort to stay off my feet as much as possible, we are going to go over to Diablo, and I will try to get up close to him, and then we will just kind of backtrack and see if any of their neighbors are out. So this can be a Des and Diablo and Friends live, but I'm going to keep it pretty short. I'm actually wearing shoes, but can't wear socks with the shoes because it's way too much pressure. And it's probably just best that I stay off of it. Because I've got quite a few, I've got to cover both med shifts tomorrow, so I got to save the energy. So they are still working on Miss Aria's enclosures and Max Tiger's enclosures, getting it all spruced up, and then she will have access to everything again while Max is on vacation. So it looks like she's down to 3 bubbles so that they can get all of these mowed and raked, and I think they've already gotten these far ones done, which looks fabulous. So hopefully a couple of days Ari will have all that space till Max comes home. Let's go see if there's a Diablo. Now, a little birdie told me, and you guys can never, write this stuff in stone because things change all the time, but it does sound like potentially midweek, this week, we will likely be sedating Kimba for his neuter. So heads up on that. Once I know that that's a real thing, we will, Beach Boy! Where's the birthday boy? We will, of course, try to bring that to you guys. It should be the only thing, but he has not had an intake exam here, so it's going to pretty much be a full all-over exam. Oh, Diablo, you's in a perfect spot, birthday boy. Happy 18th birthday, buddy. Look how handsome. Can we just get a handsome view of you? Oh. Hi, tiny gentleman. Happy honorary birthday, buddy. Him's 18 years old today. Oh. You got squirrels that are throwing stuff at ya. You got some squirrels throwing stuff at you. Happy birthday, Diablo. I know this camera does not want to stay steady. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. I see you have a spice bag down below. I see you have a spice bag down below. What a good boy. Look at him just soaking up the sun. Look at him just soaking up that sun. Yeah, it sounds like the feeders are back. Where'd they going? He must be coming over towards you guys. Maybe. Did you eat? I know they said Diablo was a little picky eating yesterday morning or the morning before, but then wanted everything in the PM. That can happen, right, Bob? That could happen, right, Bob? Uh-oh. Did you eat all your food, buddy? Did they have to pick up your food? No. Anytime cats don't finish their breakfast, it's collected, taken back to food prep, and weighed. With a cat like Diablo, we really have to pay close attention because he did recently have a blockage. Yeah, we gotta watch the urinary tract with you, don't we, Bub? He's like, I gotta get my solar panels all charged up and then I want to eat later. Right, cutie? Here at Big Cat Rescue, we have such an aging population of cats. And the fact that Des, who I just showed you, and Mr. Diablo here are celebrating 18 years of life. We already know every day is precious, no matter what anyone's age is. You can't take a single thing for granted, but our moments like this become extra special the older they get. So if anybody wants to sponsor Des or Diablo for their 18th birthday, you can do that, bigcatrescue.biz. I do want to quickly mention, I know there's quite a few of you that are my absolute favorite online shoppers because you buy everything that we could creatively come up with and post at bigcatrescue.biz. And I know a lot of you watch for the daily product posts to know what's new or what's being featured. Sounds like we might be changing the time of those posts. Usually it's around 11:30 Eastern time, Florida time. Well, I can't even say Florida time because I hear you, because Florida has a different time zone up north. But anyway, Eastern Standard Time. And it sounds like it might be changing to about 6 p.m. So you guys can keep an eye out for that after work instead of at lunchtime. Hi! Are you watching? Are you watching? I know, Beecher's being all kinds of crazy behind me. What a good boy. You have all kinds of squirrels dropping stuff on our heads. Yes, you do. So that's just a heads up on that. That may not stick. It might not stay that way, especially if people don't see them as much. So we'll see how that goes. Hey, handsome guy, I can't believe how much FaceTime we're getting with you. Des was very, very rowdy. Thank you so much to everybody helping out in the comments. I know Sunday mornings can be a little tough. We've got churchgoers and people that just want to sleep in, or lots of family events planned. So I appreciate, even if you just rewatch these, all the lives post at bigcattv.com. So there's endless hours of past live feeds that you can watch. And if you are a regular with us, you know we don't always get this kind of FaceTime with Mr. Diablo. Do we, Bud Bud? I'm very proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You're such a good boy. Yeah, hopefully you're eating well. I have to go check your chart. Right? You have to go check that chart. Alright, should we see some of your friends? We didn't really show Beecher. I don't know where he went to, though. I don't want to walk too far. Beecher! Beach boy! Beach, beach! Hi, kiddo! You come back over here. Beecher! Come here! Here! I know, handsome. Normally I would walk to you, but I just don't think I should do the extra steps. Hi, good boy. Hi, good boy. Hi. You better come say hi to all the viewers. You better come say hi. So Beecher and Diablo are hybrids. If you were watching when we were out with Des celebrating his 18th birthday as well, I mentioned that we aren't totally sure whether Des was just somebody's pet or if he'd been used in a breeding operation, which would have definitely created some very large servals because Des is a big boy. But what I was referring to when I said hybrid is a cat like Beecher or Diablo. Diablo also celebrating his 18th birthday. And that is basically a man-made creation. You can see that Beecher kind of looks like a house cat, but also very, very spotted, very vivid markings. Same thing with Diablo. Diablo is absolutely gorgeous. He almost looks like a little leopard. These guys are hybrids, man-made, 2 cats forced together for breeding purposes. One a wild African Serval, the other a domestic house cat. These breeding operations hope that they will produce really exotic looking kittens that they hope can be tamed and kept as a house pet. And so many times we see that the opposite occurs. They can look very plain looking, yet be super, super wild, or they can be very beautiful and exotic looking like Beecher and Diablo, but also be very wild. People go to great lengths to try to make it work with cats like that. Poor Beecher was fully declawed on all 4 feet. I've heard of people defanging cats, so they take their, hi buddy, we come back to you because you didn't move. Thanks, sir. I've heard of people taking their canines, which are the 4 sharp, big, pointy teeth. Oh, is that Kimba? Or is that Jasmine? Or Simba. That could be Simba. I think it sounds like Simba. So people will go through great lengths to save their houses after they've made a dumb mistake, like brought in a wildcat as a pet. So you see them declawing, defanging, putting them outside in crappy cages so they stop destroying the house. They're prone to attacking family members. They might bond with one person in the family, but everybody else is fair game. Handsome guy. Oh, maybe it could be Kimba. Yeah, it sounds close, but yet also was echoey. Maybe he heard what's happening this week. Maybe he heard. I'm just gonna soak up all this precious time with you, Bubby. We don't ever get this kind of time. I love it. I love it. Got his solar panels out. I did say my big goal this year was for everybody to fully embrace and get to know all of our shy cats more. And we've had a really good run so far. There's been a few times now where I'm like, all that time we got with Ariel last week, my mind was blown. This is all any Floridian wants on their birthday, is just to chill in the sunshine, so. Yeah, so this week might be a little funky with me and a potentially broken toe and the possibility of Kimba's neuter procedure, and I still have to do things like I'm covering extra med shifts and all of that good stuff. So I can't tell you 100% when the lives will be this week. If they do happen this week, they might be a little bit later in the mornings than normal. It might just be me driving around on a cart. You're right, Cassie. We even had a moment with Val where you practically saw her whole body, which has been really, really rare, so. Thank you, Kelly. I'm trying really hard not to slip into a deep depression, but the weekend was rough. I was supposed to have a really big training weekend, and instead I was stuck laying on the couch, and I was not happy about it, so. But I know I have to get mentally positive so that this will heal faster and I can reach my goal in 41 days. Right, mister. Clearly he's like, okay, you've gotten enough FaceTime. Here's the back of my head. Let's see if anybody else is in the area real quick. I'd been trying to make these more of the featured cat and all their neighbors. I do have a Manny out on top of his platform directly. Oh, I don't know, this stabilizer or slash phone combos. Got me at my wit's end here. All right, let's go see a Manny. Because I think at least I can show him from my cart. So Manny is technically their closest neighbor at this point because there is nobody on the other side of them. Just a couple of empty cages. So here's our Mr. Manny. Hi, bud. Thank you so much for all the donations this morning. I love seeing a very successful live with donations to kick off the week. My week starts on a Sunday and ends on a Thursday, so it's not a traditional week like most people, but it has become my normal week. And I'm very blessed for that because my husband has the same week. So we both work Sunday through Thursdays. Well, he's Wednesday, but he spends all day Thursday out here, which is like having a second job. So he never misses a day, never misses his hours. I'm a little worried about myself personally this month if I can't do a whole lot of walking and cleaning. I don't know, it might be the first time I ever miss my volunteer hours. Hope not, but look at that zen moment in the sun. Crystal Manny's been doing fine. He is now on a split diet, so he gets a morning breakfast, but he also gets an afternoon snack. And we've upped the amount of food he's getting, but getting it in 2 different waves to help with digestion. And he's been his normal active self. Yeah, there's that love bite. There's that love bite. So he's still eating, he's been pooping, he has not been pukey. All of this is a knock on wood moment. You know, Manny just turned into his now late teens. He has had multiple blockages before he even got here and a couple since being here. So we know that he had cancer that was removed. So again, every day is precious no matter anybody's age. You just never know. He looks very happy in his sun. He's got his sunbeam just like Diablo. So funny. A cat is a cat is a cat, even though clearly Diablo and Manny couldn't be any more different. They're actually very similar as well. I like seeing him content after breakfast because then you know that he got plenty. He doesn't need to harass you anymore for anything for the rest of the day. Till you drive by this afternoon and then he'll be like, what's up? Where's that sickle? Where's that extra bucket of food? It's so sweet. Don't think I've heard any other things over the weekend as far as cats. Nothing really changed med-wise. Gilligan is also now on a split diet, some in the morning and some as an afternoon snack, mainly because at breakfast time he almost consistently would eat the same amount and then leave the same amount, so we basically just reduced that, split it in 2, and then he eats in the evening too. But I do know they said he was kind of a little bit more wobbly again than he has been the last couple of weeks. So of course Gilligan is always going to remain on our radar. Anytime a cat gives us a scare, the way that Manny or Gilligan has, or Diablo for that matter, they're always front and center on our observations, and we log literally every ounce of their food to monitor that, and always watching for for fecal samples and things like that. So overall, though, he's eating and doing fine. He just looks a little more shaky than he was. It also went, our weather has just been nuts. It went from the coldest it's ever been, like freezing temperatures here in Tampa, which is not normal, to all of a sudden we were breaking records for it being the hottest it's ever been this time of year. So it got super cold, super hot, and then this morning it's back in the, I think, like upper 50s, which again is chilly, and when your body can't adjust, is it going to be hot or is it going to be cold? I know the cats have to react to that too. So look at that paw cross. Look at that paw cross. That's so handsome. I don't think we can get cuter than that. I don't think we can be cuter than that. Cute boy. You cute boy. You are so handsome. Thank you again very much for all the donations, and thank you to everybody going to bigcatrescue.biz to sponsor Des or Diablo or any of the cats here. Let's see. We already saw Beecher and Diablo and Manny, which is kind of technically their closest neighbor. We have Kimba over here, which, as I mentioned, might be having a vet visit this week, but we will see. He's out walking around. I'm glad you guys got to see a lot of the cats on the Catterday walkabout yesterday. Sorry, my cart doesn't know what it wants to do. It's kind of funny that somebody's almost always got one that's out of commission, and mine was making this weird noise the other day, and I was like, hey, new year, same cart. Gonna keep me on my toes. I don't know what's gonna happen with it. So Miss Jasmine, I guess technically you're kind of a neighbor. You's just across the street from Diablo, aren't ya? Ooh. Hi. Are you getting everybody riled up over here? Who's doing the calling? Is it you? Is a boy neighbor? Ooh. She's like, it's not me. It's not me. Let me go see one of the cats that I kept trying to show the last week or so that keeps not being out and visible is Zucari. Zucari had been on meds, and we were keeping a close eye on him because he was doing this weird fake limp thing. And now all of a sudden he's over it, so I don't know if he just tweaked something, if he was using that as a ploy to get extra treats, I don't know, because he still runs fast and like totally normal, but for some reason. So we'll see if Zucari's out. If not, we will call this live over for the day. I will go get my foot propped up. Oh good, I think he's out. And in a good spot. Hi Zuzu. Hi handsome man. Show everybody you're doing okay. Say look, I'm standing on all 4 feet. For a while he was holding up 1 foot in the air, and we're like, why? Why are you doing that? What'd you do to it? Nothing. Just wanted the extra snacks. Just wanted the snacks. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I know it was not a super long live, but the cats we did see, we got quality time with, which is really wonderful. So if you want to celebrate our special boys, Des and Diablo, for their 18th birthdays, you can definitely go to bigcatrescue.biz and sponsor them, or there's always the way that you can, if you're just going to go shop anyway, and you want to add on a donation to your order, you can always throw in $18 in honor of their birthdays. So again, if you came in late, you can rewatch this and it will post right here on our Facebook page. I always share it to my public Big Cat Rescue page. It is shared into the Big Cat Rescue Facebook groups, and it goes to bigcattv.com. So there's really no excuse for you to say that you missed a live, because there's 100 ways for you to rewatch it. Throw it on in the background while you're cleaning your house today. Whatever it is you're doing, I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday before a new week begins for most people. And yeah, I hope that leads you into a great week. So thank you guys so much. I will see you guys soon.